What if a single painting could make you feel the anguish of an entire nation? Could a canvas capture the raw agony of war and the desperation of the human spirit? That painting exists, and its name is Guernica. A piece so powerful, it shook the world, and it still does today. In today's video, we're going to dig deep beneath the layers of this dark and monumental work by Pablo Picasso. We'll uncover the tragedy, the symbolism, and the message behind this piece that continues to haunt and inspire. Welcome to the story of Guernica. Part 1. The birth of a masterpiece. 1937. Spain is at war. A brutal civil war that's tearing the country apart. The government is barely holding on, and across the country, the nationalist forces are gaining ground. In the middle of this bloodshed, Picasso, already a world-famous artist, is asked to create something for the Paris International Exposition. But at this point, he has no idea what that something will be. Then, on April 26th, the unthinkable happens. The small Basque town of Guernica becomes the target of an unprecedented aerial attack. Nazi, German and Italian fascist planes drop bomb after bomb. For hours, the people of Guernica are trapped in a storm of fire and metal. By the end of the day, the town is in ruins, and hundreds of innocent civilians lie dead. This event shocks the world, and it devastates Picasso. He knows what his next painting will be. It's important to note that Guernica was commissioned by the Spanish Republican government as a protest against the bombing. The painting was intended to be displayed at the 1937 Paris World's Fair to garner international support for the Republican cause. Part 2. A closer look at Guernica. Let's talk about size. Guernica isn't just any painting, it's a behemoth. Standing over 11 feet tall and stretching more than 25 feet wide, this is not a piece you can casually glance at. You don't just see Guernica, you experience it. Its immense size drags you into its chaos, forcing you to confront the horror on the canvas. But what exactly are we looking at? At the heart of the painting, we see a go-red horse, a horse in agony, its body twisted in pain. Surrounding it are fragmented, tormented figures. A woman wailing in anguish, a soldier's shattered body, a lifeless baby cradled in a mother's arms. Picasso uses jagged lines and sharp angles to amplify the sense of destruction. There's no color here, just black, white, and shades of gray, as if all the life has been sucked out of the world. It's interesting to note that the bull, a recurring motif in Picasso's work, is often interpreted as a symbol of power and strength. In Guernica, however, the bull is depicted in a state of confusion and terror, perhaps representing the chaos and brutality of war. The horse, on the other hand, is a symbol of innocence and suffering. Part 3. The legacy of Guernica. Guernica didn't just hang in museums. It became a symbol of the anti-war movement, a cry for justice that resonated far beyond Spain's borders. During World War II and the Vietnam War, Guernica was paraded as a warning of what unchecked violence can bring. It was art turned into a weapon of truth. Even today, over 80 years later, the power of Guernica hasn't faded. Its stark portrayal of suffering and destruction continues to remind us of the horrors of war. Its message, its raw, unflinching depiction of the human cost of conflict, is more relevant now than ever. The world keeps changing, but Guernica's echo still lingers. Interestingly, Guernica was not exhibited in Spain during Franco's dictatorship. The painting was only allowed to return to the country after Franco's death in 1975. It now resides in the Museo Reina Sofia in Madrid. So what have we uncovered? Guernica isn't just a painting. It's a timeless cry against the brutality of war. It's a complex puzzle of symbols, emotions, and pain that Picasso used to challenge the world. Through its imagery, Guernica speaks to us all, about the past, about the present, and about what we must never forget. If you ever get the chance, I urge you, see Guernica for yourself at the Museo Reina Sofia in Madrid. The weight of this painting, its presence, is something no screen can ever fully capture. It's an experience that will stay with you, a haunting reminder of what we should always strive to prevent.